Welcome to Shibuya, the world's busiest street crosswalk. Konnichiwa. Welcome from Tokyo. On my way back home, I have an 8-hour layover to explore this beautiful city. So I picked out some of my favorites. We're gonna start out with the Asakusa district. The Asakusa district is an old part of Tokyo that was incorporated into the huge metropolis that Tokyo is known for today. Known for its entertainment district and one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Tokyo, Sensoji, and the Nakamisa shopping street, which is just behind me. What I think really intrigues me about Japan is the mix of the old and the new. You have I believe this is the Tokyo Tower behind me, and right in front of me you have these beautiful Buddhist temples and shrines. If you've never been to Tokyo, you have to come. It's such an interesting, such a culture shock. So many different things going on. Here's a ritual going on where people are blowing smoke into their faces. Behind me is the Hozomon gate. It's the second gate at the end of the Nakamisa street. And I'm standing in front of the Sensoji temple. This right here is the Asakusa Shinji, the shrine of three gods dedicated to the three founders of the Sensoji, the main temple that we just saw. Absolute madness. It got so much busier just within an hour. Now that I've shown you around a little bit, we're gonna change scenery. We're gonna go to Shinjuku. The Shinjuku train station, one of the busiest train stations in the entire world, serving over 2 million passengers daily. And we'll see how reliable Google is in helping me get there, because I have to make 2 different transfers on 2 different colored lines. I'm going to stand here a little bit to the side so I don't get into anybody's way, but this is Shinjuku train station, one of the busiest train stations in the entire world. Now, while in Shinjuku, I came here for 2 main reasons. One is to show you Omoido Yokocho, which is a narrow street to which I typically associate Tokyo with, and Golden Kai, a place filled with delicious street food. This is the area of Golden Kai, just behind the temple. It is a nightlife district filled with many little shops and restaurants. Some of these restaurants only serve locals, while others happily welcome tourists. And you'll see that on the doors and signs. It is closed right now. It is early in the afternoon, but this place, believe me, comes alive at night. Now this is Omoide Yokocho, tucked away right across a busy intersection. It's narrow streets filled with many delicious food and restaurants. Let's go have a look. The charm of this place is how closely you'll be sitting next to a complete stranger while enjoying your meal. These yakitoris or skewers are cooked on over this little fire and served in these very small and narrow restaurants.
It's a good possibility, especially doing Fujimoto, bro.
It's very delicious. That was delicious, but actually quite expensive. Just for sitting down in these restaurants, you get charged 300 yen, which I think is around $3 US. And the whole meal with everything cost me about $15. So a little pricey for a little skewer. But the experience, definitely worth it. Tokyo really is a large city, and it's not just Tokyo, it's different suburbs added together to create this giant metropolis. But Tokyo does seem to have one of the best metro systems I've ever experienced. Once you get the hang of it, it is pretty easy to switch and get around different parts of the town. This feels more like a pilgrimage than a walk in the park. Everybody's being ushered in the same directions. You're not allowed to go back west once you pass certain points. I think now I'm heading to the Sacred Bridge. Welcome to Shibuya Crossing, the largest by volume crossing in the entire world. As much as 2,000 people cross over here every 2 minutes. This is Hachiko, known as the world's most loyal dog. Hachiko was a pet of a professor who taught at a nearby university. He would wait for a professor here every morning in front of the Shibuya station, awaiting for him. Unfortunately, the professor died due to unknown circumstances, but the dog continued to wait for him every single morning for the next 10 years. The story touched so many people's hearts, they began to feed him, but unfortunately after 10 years of waiting non-stop, Hachiko died of terminal cancer. For those of you who have dogs, you know that dogs are a man's best friend through good and the bad, and Hachiko here is immortalized in the statue as a symbol of that. What a crazy day this has been. It has only been 8 hours, so I hope I was able to show you a quick glimpse of this crazy, amazing, diverse city of Tokyo. I hope to be back here one day, but from now, I have to catch a flight back home. I'll see you guys for my next adventures. Bye-bye.